a whoops, a oops baby. Oh, there's a couple parts. Scratch it out. I'm gonna scratch that out. Y'all gotta read this. It's only 152 pages, and the book is good. There's only a couple. Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk about those books that I read in December. I had a great month, a great reading month, a great holiday, and I want to talk to you guys about it. First of all, made my Goodreads goal. Give it up, show your love, come on. I read 61 books this year, and this year's not even over yet, but I think I'm gonna chill out. Let's not do too much, but I did surpass my Goodreads goal of 60 books by reading 61 books, and I'm so super proud of myself. I did it. The first book that I read in December was Snow King Catches His Snowflake. And when I put up my post asking the girlies, what book do I have to put on my TBR for December, and it was hands down, this was the book that they recommended. And she didn't disappoint. She was a 5-star read for me. This is a romance, it's Christmas, African American romance, contemporary, and it gave all the feels. I think one of my favorite things about the book, I made like a grumpy sunshine trope, because I really like how the two main characters, and check this out, Noel Frost and Snow King, those are their real names, like BFFR. But I do like how their relationship evolved in a short amount of time. We got grumpy Snow King trying to get away because his family owns a toy shop, and he's trying to have a nice getaway. And then you got Noelle. She's I think she was ending a relationship. Yeah, she had a cheating boyfriend, and she just wanted to take a break from it all and relax. And then they end up booking the resort, but the resort overbooked, so they had to stay in the same room. Now, we know that's not happening in real life. I'm not sleeping in no room, no stranger. You could be the killer. You could be not a good person. And so that was a little far-fetched, but once you kind of get past that, then the book is really cute. And I just love, what I don't love is this cover. So hopefully we'll get a new cover, a revised cover. Somebody gonna, because it's giving AI, and I think we could do better than that. A.E. Valdez. But she's a great writer, and so I'm looking forward to getting into some of her other reads. But Snow King Catches a Snowflake was a 5-star read for me. So we'll be getting deeper into that book next month. Actually have it on the list. The next book that I want to talk about is Christmas with the Okafors, an Ethic Holiday Edition. So this book is by Ashley Antoinette, the queen herself. Love me some Ashley Antoinette. I did give this book 4 stars. I mean, it was what I expected it to be. We had all the main characters from the Butterfly series, and we also got like a little peek into Ethic Land, which I had mentioned in one of my other videos, that I'm planning to read the Ethic series next year in anticipation for Butterfly 6, because I'm waiting on you, girl. I'm waiting on you. So Christmas with the Okafors just follows Christmas time with Ethic and his family, and then Morgan comes over. There's some type of emergency, and so the family have to, or accident, there's a big accident, and the family has to come together and support each other and pull through. I am kind of confused. I need to look and see where is this book in the timeline? Because if you are familiar with the Butterfly series, then you know the dynamic between Morgan, Messiah, and Amik. And I'm a little confused. Like, I don't know where this book belongs in that series. So maybe I'll do a post about that, because I need to get that situated in my head where that's supposed to go. Next, for December, I read A Sinful Holiday, a novella. So this is by Brianne Dene. This is my first book by her. And girl, I'm loving it. It was giving me I was a little, I don't know, taken aback, but you can really tell that there's some other books that belong with this book. And just like the holidays with the Okafor, Christmas with the Okafords, this is just giving you that snapshot of the holidays with these particular characters. So I am intrigued to learn more about these characters and some of the nuances and things that go on in their world. So I'll be reading some more from Miss Brianne Dene. I gave that book 4 stars. It was good. You Make It Feel Like Christmas. Girl, this is my first. Have y'all ever heard of Christian fiction? I hadn't before this, and I believe that was the main reason why I put this on my TBR, because I was like, Christian fiction, what are we doing? But the book, I gave it 4 stars. Okay, I give it 4 stars. The Christian, I almost forgot it was Christian fiction until about chapter 14. And the book is probably like 20 chapters or so. So, I don't know why they did that. But you have Star Lewis. She is home for the holidays, and she done lost her job and thinks she about to be home, and there are people not gonna find out that she ain't got no job. She lasted for a little while. She sure did. But she's getting ready for her sister's wedding. It's reminding me of another book that I read. My Week with Him. What was it called? Something like that. My Week with Him. 1 Week with Him. Where it was her sister's wedding. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about. It was her sister's wedding in this other book, and she was getting married to the sister's ex. Okay, so that's just like if I had a sister and she was getting married and her soon-to-be husband was my ex-boyfriend, what would we do that at? Where do we do that at? This is the second book that I done read that this has happened, and I don't like that, because we don't do that. Well, anyway, she is distracted by her brother's best friend, Waylon Emerson. And he's trying to keep his mother's Christmas shop afloat. It's going on. His mother has passed, and he's in charge of taking over the Christmas shop. And so she's into social media, and so she's trying to keep it afloat. And so then you go on and on and on about how they are familiar with each other because it's her brother's best friend, how they get closer to each other because she's helping him keep his bookshop afloat. But then you have the conflict of, well, she doesn't have a job. She's looking for a job. She may have a job offer. She may not take the job. She's not from, this book is in the DC area. And so is she going to go back to New York, or is she going to stay in the area, is that Maryland or DC? Let me not offend nobody. But she's going to would she stay in the area and kind of nourish that relationship? So It was cute. It was cute for what it was worth. So Tony Shallow, what other books you done wrote, child? Oh, she done wrote 53 books. Let me back up. She ain't new to this. She true to this. Cute read. You Make It Feel Like Christmas. The next book that I want to talk about is a 5-star read. Love and Winter Wonderland. Abiloa Bello, you did your big one. You did your big one. I thought I was gonna love You Make It Feel Like Christmas more than I love this book, because I don't too much like reading about the teeny boppers and everything that they have going on in high school and whatnot. But I was pleasantly surprised. This YA, this young adult book, this holiday. It's fiction, contemporary romance, Christmas. It's giving all the feels. Was a good book. It was a good book. It kept me intrigued. I mean, it was 312 pages. So baby readers, if it kept me, it'll keep you too. I think one of the most interesting things about this book was learning about the nuances of London. Like the drinking culture. Now, that's not to say that what the author put in this book, that's it, that's how they do things, but just they're 17 and they was drinking like they was 23, and I was trying to understand. They're 17. I would think they would be in high school, but they're in college. They keep talking about going to college, and when I say go to college, I mean like maybe even like community college, because they're just going down the street just like they're going to high school. So that kind of kept me intrigued, because I wanted to know more about that and how all of that worked. Main characters, Trey Anderson, his parents own a bookshop, and then we have Ariel Spencer. She's a not high school. She goes to school with Trey, and she's trying to pursue this art scholarship or something, and so she needs to get a job. Well, she's trying to pursue this art something where she got to go away and take these classes, and it costs money, so she needs to get a part-time job. And so she came up with the idea she's gonna work at the bookstore, and so that puts her in close proximity with Trey, who already has a girlfriend. But if you read the book, you'll find out what happens with that. I was like, okay, villain, okay, young adult. It was given. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. This was a 5-star read for me, so she's already on the list to have her own video because it's that good. The next book that I have, well, and the final books, I read 6 books in December. Pretty good reading month. Stepdaddy season. You heard what I said. Stepdaddy season. When I saw the name of this book, I said, we gotta read this. Natisha Raynor. Stepdaddy season. 4 stars for me. This book, this is a good book. I maybe should have gave it 5, but this was it was a nice quick read. It was 152 pages. We have Cypher Hall, a single mom. Like, how cool is that? Cypher is your name. She has twin boys, and I already said that. So she's a single mom with twin boys, and she's working all these jobs. She's trying to make it through, but she found the money to go get her a tattoo for her birthday, because that's what we do. We're gonna find that money. And when she gets her tattoo, she runs across Houston, tattoo artist Houston. He's a famous tattoo artist, and if I'm not mistaken, they're in like a small town. No, not a small town. They're like in a city, maybe in South Carolina or something like that. But he's a famous tattoo artist for his area, and he's raising 2 nieces. and they're around the same age as Cypher's twin boys. And so, you know, you have where they kind of engage with each other during the tattoo, of course. And I say it's a small town because they run into each other a couple times, and I'm just like, what's the odds of that? But it's also a book, so try not to read too much into it. They had to come back around at some point. And he asked to take her out on a date. And so they started dating. And can I say this? I'm going to tell you, because I'm not going to do any more with this book. There's a oops baby. No, I'm going to say that. Scratch that out. Scratch that out. Scratch that out. I'm going to scratch that out. I'm going to scratch that out. Y'all had to read this. It's only 152 pages. And the book is good. There's only a couple parts in here. Got me a hot toddy. What was I saying? Oh, there's a couple parts in this book where I was like, girl, no. Don't do them like that. But she did them like that, and I was mad about it. That's why I didn't give it 5 stars, because towards the end, Natisha was doing too much, and I ain't like that. I didn't like that. But look at this cover. Isn't he cute? Like, come on, Stepdaddy season. I love that. So there's a lot of what they call it, smut. It's a lot of smut in here. It's spicy. It's got the spice. All right, so those are my reads for December. What do you guys think? How did you guys do for December? How did you do for the year? Did you keep up with your books? Are you planning to keep up with your books next year? Are you going to set a reading goal? Well, I hope you are, because guess who's going to be here? Me. I'm going to be here talking about these books, giving recommendations. If I haven't said it already to you, happy holidays. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and listening to me talk about my books. I'm really enjoying my time. I'll tell you that. These books have really been able to transport me to different places. I'm planning on doing a year in review. I just was looking at the books that I read over this year, and I read some good ones, some real good ones, some good ones that I haven't given y'all videos for, and I got to do better. I have to do better, and I got to get you these videos so that y'all can know about these books. Some 5-star reads. Next month I'm going to be concentrating on nonfiction. Last year I did some memoirs. I think I'm gonna do something different this year. I'm just gonna do like a couple of self-help books. And I did have a coworker, she gifted me a bunch of relationship books. And so I'll probably look through those as well. Maybe do a short video to go over those, because there's some good ones that I'll probably just kind of be looking at with my husband throughout the year. But 2024 is looking good. Your girl's in 3 book clubs, so we have that. I'm going to be looking for folks to do some buddy reads with. We are looking to launch our come here. I want to tell you. We are going to launch our own book club. Yep, you heard it first. It's going to be in just a, not ongoing, but just a short, we're going to start off with just a short session, maybe a month or 2, or maybe like 6 weeks to do the book club. And I want to try to do something different from some of the other formats that I've seen, or maybe combine some of the formats to create my own type of book club. So stay tuned for that. If you've made it this far in this video, don't forget to like this video, comment to this video, and share this content with another fellow baby reader. And until next time, bye.